Factory resetting the coochie. I've never heard such a thing.
Oh man!
I can factory reset
Imagine
my
that.
coochie.
Factory reset.
So just like an iPhone, right?
Oh, she reloaded.
Yeah.
So
if my iPhone goes wrong, then I can factory reset it to start all over again, like it's a brand new phone.
If you've had like 15 Ds,
yeah,
you know, from day 1 to day 13, for example, and then you have a couple of days, let's give or take a couple of days for the period, then suddenly you can reset. With her, that's facts.
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Listen,
what's your thoughts on
I've got some notes.
Welcome to the S.Banks and the JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm joined with my co-host,
JD Network.
And today we got another one for you. This podcast is Why Men Are Walking Away from Dating, Part 2. I think we're going to make a nice album collection of this. There's so many reasons why men are walking away from dating. I understand. I'm not saying men are perfect. I ain't saying women are all bad. But man, these females are giving us a lot of content lately.
They are.
We got 5 videos for you today. I had more. for time reasons, we had to just limit it to like 5 videos. I could have put 10, 20 videos.
Yeah.
But there's so much evidence of bad behavior with women nowadays. You know, we got a video for you today where women are so delusional, they believe that they can factory reset the cooch.
Oh, Lord.
That's coming up later on. But yeah, man, what's your thoughts on today's culture of women and why men are walking away? Do you have anything to add on that before we play clip number 1?
Well, first of all, the modern woman.
Mm-hmm.
The modern woman, we all have a bit of modernization, let's call it that, in us.
Culture. Yeah.
We're born in that culture, exactly. So, but the issue is women of today just do not have a clue.
No.
When it comes to dating, they just don't have a clue. So when you're looking for a man, when you're vetting for that man, obviously there's other contributing factors, but when you're vetting for a man, they just pick the wrong ones and then complain later on down the line.
I don't think they care when they're picking.
No, they're just whatever they feel for at that time.
Yeah. Well, all right, cool. Let's just play clip number 1. I'm not going to interrupt the clip. Without further delay, here's clip number 1.
Every time somebody tries to make fun of me for being single or ask me why I'm still single or makes me feel bad for it, I remember this man. We all have one. And I remind myself that I am single by choice. Because rest assured, if I wanted to date somebody, I could. Exhibit A.
That was clip number 1.
Yeah.
You've seen her exhibit. What do you want to add on that?
Well, that's a terrible example.
It is.
Shocking.
So many women they have an overload of simps.
Yeah.
But add your point.
Well, she's only showing 1.
Mm-hmm.
I have the question of, is that the only one hollering at you? Because, okay, what she's basically saying in that clip is that she's basically dismissing the guy.
Yeah.
She's showing, look here, this is the guys that holler at me or whatever else.
The guy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
1.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, she's saying this is an option if she wanted to. If she didn't want to be single anymore, this is an option.
Yeah, but even if she had an option of 1,000 guys, how many men can she keep after bedroom fun? So it doesn't really matter if she has 1 guy or 1,000. She's showing some dude that she doesn't even want anyway. And so many women do that. And it's like, why are you bragging about dudes that you don't even want?
Yeah.
You don't look cool. I hope you know that, right? Don't let the whole Sicily code or the BS of the women culture coach you on, and you're thinking, yeah, man, I look cool because I've got these dudes that I don't want holler at me. Like, you're not looking like no G. Like, come on now. And for me, I just think to myself, like, these women watch too much TV. They're what's the word? Yeah, they watch too much TV, and I think they're just gassed on simps in a sense of these thirsty men that don't really get girls, and they will do anything for the sake of just even sniffing of a JJ. And to me, that's kind of perfect. But we got another video. Do you want to add anything on the video, or should I just play the video number 2?
We can go straight to video number 2.
Yeah, let's do
that.
So
many to get through to.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we're gonna get into the podcast properly. Without further delay, here's clip number 2.
I believe that every woman should cheat on their boyfriend or their partner before they get married. You cheat on him because you need to know, sis. You need to know if this man really loves you. If you cheat on him and he doesn't leave you and he stays with you, he still want to be with you, he still want to build with you, he still want you to have his kids, he still want to pay your rent, you got yourself a winner. Because you need to know if this man is loyal. Is he going to stand behind you for better or for worse? You need to know these things. When things get hard, is he going to be there? You need to know if this man can forgive and forget. Most women cheat before they get married anyways, let's be honest. And most men be lying anyway. You need to know if y'all can hold each other down when things get hard. And on cheating, don't ever stop a man from loving me. For real, for real. You're not going to stop loving me because I cheated. And I'm not going to stop loving you because you cheated. We're going to figure this shit out together. On God.
What? Girl, bye.
Like, please. Negro, please.
Don't listen to that foolishness.
No, but so many women are going to be influenced by this crap that's coming out of her mouth. Like, the way to show your man that you're down is by being disloyal. Like, for me, she acted like she was spitting bars like on God as she put in it. It's like, really? It's like, come on, man. Like, if this is the thought process of women today, can you understand why men are walking away? It's peak. Like, really?
Of course, men are going to walk away because if that is your concept, that's how you process things. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You want a man to be loyal to you, faithful, but then you say, if you cheat, that's the way to show it. That's the way to see if he's loyal and faithful to you.
Sure.
Okay, then doesn't that make you disloyal?
But you're saying you both should cheat on each other. That like that's the way forward.
How? Oh yeah, toxic, right?
Look, I'm just
toxic relationships is the thing right now, right?
I'm just trying to understand the thought process as far as disloyal, cheating on each other. Look, if a man cheat and a woman cheat, some men cheat and some men exercise options. But for me, there's no doubt if a woman cheats on you, that's a bad luck.
Yeah.
Fellas, if your woman cheats on you, put in the comments, are you going to take her back? In my opinion, don't, because this shows when a man cheats, it's kind of like he's just trying to unload a nut. He's trying to let one go. If a woman cheats, it's calculated. There's emotions involved. Don't be fooled by what she says. I don't care. I'm not saying all women. I'm generalizing. But for the most part, if a woman cheats on you or she's linking next man, there's feelings involved.
Yeah.
If there's not feelings involved in the first couple of times, there's going to be feelings involved. Like if she smashes a dude 5-6 times, let's say 10 times, you're dating for a couple of weeks and you're dating multiple men for a couple of weeks, there's always one that you like out of all of them.
Yeah.
And if you got a dude, trust me, come on now. And besides, look what I just said to you. Why would you want to even wife a woman that I just described?
Exactly. What would be the point?
Come on now. Like,
It's
really?
it's a horror story.
Yeah. So that's why you got so many men today that are 30 and still virgins.
Yeah.
Just like the movie 40-year-old virgin, right?
Yes.
And not some guys, don't get me wrong, they're incels and they just kind of like not the guys that you want. They're like kind of the guys like the woman described in the first video. And then there's some guys where they say, I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered. And these are young men under 30 and they're saying, I can't be bothered. Like usually you got horny teenagers, horny teenage boys, and they just want to smash. Now it's like, I just want to play some video games.
Yeah. I
just want to chill out. I'm tired. I can't be bothered with the games.
Yeah.
Women is more advanced as far as women is smashing. Women's like guys will look. Most times that guys are not really smashing because women judge men based on how much they're smashing and how much guys they can get. They assume that men are getting equal value as far as they're getting the same amount of women. That's not the case. Most men are invisible to women. But a lot of men nowadays, they're getting even less.
Yeah.
than the previous guys that came before them. Let's say, I don't know, 10 years ago, they're 10, 20 years ago, they're getting less than those dudes. But I just think that men nowadays are just fed up.
They are fed up. And let's be honest, it's a long thing, man. It's long. It's like if this is the mentality of the women today, why are men gonna be dating or say they date or link, should we say?
It's
just a beat thing and that's it. Because why would a man want to actually attach his bandwagon onto women like that? They're not gonna want to.
Well, he'll be foolish to do that, in my opinion.
There are some men that would go ahead and do that, but I think for the majority, they're not gonna do that.
Well, the men that do that have what we call the hope strategy, and that's where the man believes or sees the good in a woman. And some hoes, garden tools, right? They're cool people. Like, they're not bad people. Some women that are promiscuous, they're not bad people. They're just not someone that you should wife.
Yes.
And I think some dudes see the quality of the wife in her, of the potential what she could be. But then
it's just not that. That's
not reality.
Yeah.
She's displaying to you one thing and you're thinking that you can change her. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes women do this with men.
Yeah.
The dude's bad, red flags, all kind of problems with him. And she thinks, I can change him.
There's a difference there though.
What's the difference?
Men, you can't change men.
Yeah.
You can't. Men are who they are. With women, you can mold them. Yeah. Men can mold them to kind of how they want them to be. But with men, that's just how they are. You can, obviously you can make changes.
Yeah.
You can make changes, but you are who you are.
Yeah, you can tweak. I think with women, you can build them up. With men, they can kind of level up, but some men don't have it in them. It's kind of like you can't buy class. But for me, even looking at some of those videos, a lot of women, to be honest, and I'm generalizing, they're very boring. They say, oh, this dude ain't boring. But more time, it's the men that's bringing the vibe and the entertainment. All the women are doing is just showing up and they say, oh, my coochie's good enough. My presence is good enough. I don't need to do any more than that.
Yeah.
And I just think that this whole feminist culture has got women thinking that they're the ish. They're above all. They're like demigods. And they think that just their presence is good enough. But when it's time to date the men that they really want, where it's too late.
Oh, now she wants to cash out.
That's when the reality hits. And for me, a lot of women go from, like Halle Berry, from being Catwoman to Cat Lady.
Yeah.
So
can't find a man.
They can find a man.
Okay, but
the men don't want to stay.
Exactly. Yes, they don't want to stay. Yeah. And can you blame guys? Look, there's a lot of things I've seen.
Yeah.
Just like in regards to this video, this is part 2. And there's probably going to be a part 105. I would just say like...
And we will tag part 1.
Oh, yeah, we will. We'll tag
and we'll
part
put
1.
a compilation together so you can look at all of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, look, if this is how women are going to be, you can't fault a man if he's like, I can't be bothered with this. I can't be bothered.
It's long.
It's a waste of time.
Women don't listen.
I'd rather do something else.
Men nowadays actually want commitment more than women.
Yeah.
It's funny how the roles have changed.
Exactly.
Men want commitment. How bad have women got?
Very bad. Women think like dudes. They think like guys now. And the men, they want women. And
they're masculine. And if you're thinking like guys, this means you're in your masculine frame.
Yes.
You know, there's yin and yang. And they can't just be yang and yang. There has to be a balance. There has to be, you know, a point where we both can meet. But for me, I think women are sold this dream that they can have all these options of men now as they're young, and they can cash out later. Basically, they want their cake and eat it. Yeah, their free tier cake as what was it, Jasmine and Jasmine in their cheaters thing. Yeah, and we'll tag that video also if you want to watch that. Yeah, and what they don't realize is right now you're young, you're youthful, you're young and hot, PYT, right? Pretty young thing. Okay. And you're not always going to be that though. No. Because some women, how many Instagram models are hot chicks, right? Nice body, nice face, and can't get no man. I don't see no rings on their finger. No. Exactly, right? Well, not everyone gets married, but they can't. That's the aim. They can't. It is the aim, but they can't hold a long-term relationship. They will have relationships 6 months, a year, 2 years. It doesn't last. It doesn't last very long. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. That's true. All right, cool, man. Let's play clip number 3, and this one's a saucy one. I don't want to spoil it for you, but when I listened to this, I thought, really? I was like, okay, but we'll play it for you, and then put in the comments what you think. But without further delay, here's clip number 3.
Well, you've had some viral moments still, so let's talk about some of them. Okay. Because we're the women here, and so you are outnumbered today. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so one thing he asked, right, is 2 bodies. You said, what is it, 2 bodies in 1 month a lot for a girl?
Oh, yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
Shit. That shit went viral. All right, so first we're going to ask the ladies, what do you think? 2 bodies in 1 month.
Is it a lot? I don't think it's a lot if you're a single woman and you're dating, because dating normally means you're dating multiple people. But I will say anything over 2 in the same 30-day time span is overboard.
What if you're getting paid for it? No, I'm kidding. What? I'm just kidding.
Wow. Well, in that case, no. I think more than 2 is overboard. And I would say, because I'm a woman and I have a menstrual cycle, a period, right? So I feel like if it's a period in between, then I hit the reset button. So, you know what I'm saying?
What if you're single?
That makes it more acceptable.
What if you're single and it's like guys from your past? Like a couple of exes, because exes don't really count. Yeah.
Do they?
And that's really what I'm thinking. Like maybe it's a current guy and an ex.
I think that no matter what's the situation, more than 1 penis without a condom.
We didn't say nothing about condoms. Where did that come from?
We didn't say nothing about condoms.
No. I mean, listen, if she takes 10 dicks with a condom, it's okay. Okay. If she takes 2 without one, it's too many.
Okay, so as long as you're safe.
Yeah, and that makes sense because when you get the mixing fluids, then that's when that throws off your pH and you're fucking yourself up.
Then you end up with it.
Exactly.
What is that called?
Bacterial.
Trick. Trick. It's like a disease from having sex with too many people. Yeah.
So it don't count if you wear a condom, basically.
Sex never counts when you wear a condom. Yeah, no. Listen, it don't count. It don't count if I don't come, and it don't count if we use the condom. So
what if she just got eaten out and that was it? Like one guy ate you out and then you had sex with somebody else. Is that still count as a body?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
What? What?
I didn't know that you could factory reset the cooch.
You can factory reset the cooch like
imagine that. You have some women be like,
No.
The funny thing with me was, right, women, when they say women can be very delusional, I'm generalizing, by the way. Now, women can be delusional, right? This woman believes in her mind a theory. This is not practical.
No.
A theory that if she has a menstrual cycle, if that happens in the mid, like for example, 30 days is a month, right? Practically 30 days, right? So then if she has a period on the 15th day, even though she might have slept with some guys between day 1 and 15, she had a period and then it's all good after that. This means it can factory reset and those guys previous don't count.
How?
Wow.
How does that make any sense at all?
Put in the comments, what do you guys think about that clip?
Please,
do you agree with her? Like, I ain't trying to shame nobody. I'm just trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to understand it. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Please put in the comments. I'm begging you.
You're a female. What's your thoughts on that?
Factory resetting the coochie. I've never heard such a thing.
Oh man!
I can factory reset my coochie.
Factory reset it.
So just like an iPhone, right?
Oh, she reloaded.
Yeah.
So
if my iPhone goes wrong, then I can factory reset it to start all over again, like it's a brand new phone.
If you've had like 15 Ds,
yeah,
you know, from day 1 to day 13, for example, and then you have a couple of days, let's give or take a couple of days for the period, then suddenly you can reset. With her, that's facts.
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Listen.
What's your thoughts on
I've got some notes. I had to write it down because the lunacy of it, well, for me anyway. So one of them said, if she takes 10 Ds in 1 month with a condom, it's okay. If she takes 2 Ds without a condom, that's too many.
Right.
Let me say that again.
Rewind that. Because it might have gone over people's heads. So relay that again.
If she takes 10 Ds in a month with
protection,
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
If she takes 2 without protection, that's too many.
Right. So let's say, for example, 10 people, 8 of them she used protection, 2 of them she didn't. She's only counting the 2 and not the other 8. Now, this is the delusion of women. What? Now, think about, what am I not to this? Think about your average woman many years ago with under 10 bodies, right? Nowadays, they celebrate 40 Ds with a cake and candles.
Celebration, have a party.
Now, if it makes sense in her head, she will try to project that reality onto you or onto the world. This is why men are walking away. This is why we put together this compilation.
Yep.
Like, there was a lot said in it, but as a female, you say your points on it. You know, I'm not going to go too ham on them.
Listen, they said a lot, and I've put it down because I had to.
Yeah.
They said when you get to mixing your fluids, it messes with your pH level.
That is true. She is right there.
It does, yes. And that's when you get messed up.
Yeah.
No.
Because men's load is very acidic.
Yes.
And it plays with the coochie balance.
I agree with her there.
Yeah.
But she's saying that's when you get messed up. Just only that. And it's like, no. Messing around with too many damn people is what messes you up. Not just mixing fluids.
She also said about if you're single, then it's okay. So that's the justification. If you're in a relationship and you're dealing with multiple men per month, then it's bad. But if you're single, then it's not so bad.
It's not.
That's what she was saying. I'm hearing her very clearly.
Okay.
I know what she said.
Let me say this. If you're single, be my guest. You can do what you like. Okay, first of all, let me scratch that a little bit. If you're single or you're in a relationship, you can do what you like because it's your situation. It's no one else's. Do as you please. Yeah. But she's trying to compare from if you're single, it's okay, and if you're in a relationship, it's not okay.
But there's a trade-off. So, again, Halle Berry was voted the hottest woman on the planet. On the planet at the time of her heyday. And she went from cat woman to cat lady. Now, let's say, for example, she had all those D's. She can't pair bond with men because she's always comparing other men through various things, various situations. Her options of men, a lot of them, she passed up viable men.
Yeah.
They usually go for bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
They come with all of this theory and the practicality don't match up. And then we come to the crossroad. You can stop doing what you're doing. You can justify it. You can be in your fake delusional, your fake reality. You can wake up from the Matrix. It's kind of like when Morpheus said to Neo, yo, this is the real world. Neo was like, nah, I can't believe this at first. And some of these women will try to have you believe the reality, as in factory resetting their coochie. This is the truth. This is real.
Yeah.
When we know otherwise. So if you're in a relationship, yes, you can do what you want to do. But most people, normal people, if you're in a relationship, then it's a committed thing. Unless you both have an agreement that you're going to be swingers or you're going to do some other ish, right? And that's on you.
They do the Pinkett and Will Smith type of thing.
Well, their thing is peak, but that's on them, innit? But I'm just saying that for most people, you in a committed relationship, you're dealing with me, I'm dealing with you. But then she's saying if you're two single people, for a female, having a body count, basically, I'll say this. One of my notes was this, right? And this is free game to the men. It's pointless asking a woman her body count, right? She's most likely going to lie about it, as you've heard, because you can factory reset the cooch.
Yes.
Right? And if she says she has a body count of 10 men, you're going to have to quadruple that.
Yeah.
Right? And if she says her body count is like 10, then you got to put 40 on that. And this is facts, because if you got women celebrate, and the woman that even in that video that celebrated her 40th D, I don't believe her. She's probably on her 80th or 100th D.
Mm-hmm.
She just didn't want to make it look too bad.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, man.
She's talking about factory resetting her coochie, right?
Uh-huh.
And something just come to me. It's like if you're okay, you have your menstrual cycle every month.
Yeah.
And you're taking away the guys that you had before your menstrual, right? And you're not adding them.
No.
When sorry, how many D's do you actually believe you've actually had?
But she knows the real answer to that. But
if your mentality is that, can you swear that you can even remember how many bodies you've had?
Okay, maybe she can't remember, right? But if you can't remember, that means you've had a lot. But then if a man asks a woman, and men, I don't recommend you ask a woman how much people she's been with, because she's going to lie. Some women, you might get the truth, but most women is going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
So this woman is saying that she from when her period start, it reset. So if she's had 100 guys in that month, it reset back to 0. So you're not going to get an accurate answer from women like that. Mm-hmm. And when they're saying things like, oh, the ones that you sleep with unprotected is the ones that you count. So for a woman, okay, you either nasty or you don't care, or you just don't like using protection. Either way, these are not your man. And these guys that she's probably speaking of is not her regular links. They're linking other people, and so is she. So you kind of, dudes that are playing that game, you're putting your D on the crap table.
You are, every single time.
Exactly. So that's something men have to think about. But that's some of my thoughts on it.
There's one more thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, add that before we play the next clip.
Yes. Too many people only see sex as just a physical thing. It is a physical sorry, it is physical.
Yeah.
But it's also, there's mental that comes with it and spiritual side. There's a mental side and a spiritual side. It all affects you. All of them affect you. And when you keep having, sex with multiple people, like you said earlier, you struggle to pair bond. Then you wonder why you can't keep a man.
women struggle to pair bond.
Yes, sorry. I'm talking about the ladies, yes.
Yeah.
Or why men don't want you. And I say this. Every man you sleep with leaves their energy with you. You can't get rid of it.
I don't know.
It stays with you. There is a saying in regards to that. And we can go deeper. We don't have time to go deeper in regards to that. But every person you sleep with as a woman, every D you get, there's a spiritual side to it. This is why a lot of modern women struggle to pair bond with men. They cannot pair bond.
Because they date too many men, and also their conditioning. Like one of my notes, quickly I'll say this. If you provide a woman with a big variety of options, usually she can't pick. Women date across and up. And if there's dudes that is somewhat viable, and there's 10 dudes that's somewhat viable, and the dudes that's a little bit higher, she's always striving for the best. That's hypergamy.
Yeah.
So if she has options from dating sites to men that holler on the roadside or whatever, listen, she can't pick. And if she's dealing with them physically, bedroom fun, it's even harder. And that's from your point as well. So if you're dealing with certain men and you're sleeping with them, there's attachments that you're going to develop over time, and it makes it harder to pair bond.
Yes.
So yeah.
A lot of women just wonder why they can't. They like the guy, they get on, but it just doesn't. It never works, and they say, "Oh, what's wrong with me?" We just like in our in part 1, right? There was women in that one saying, "What's wrong with me? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not sexy enough? Am I not good enough for men?" No, it's not. So it might be that sometimes, but it's because you cannot pair bond. You want to, but you just can't anymore.
A lot of women will argue the point that, well, some of them, in my opinion, they're not raised to be wives.
They're not. No, not at this day and age.
For some, it's like, oh, bless you. Not that I'm justifying, but some of them ain't raised to be wives. So I can understand why they act like that. I'm just saying that platforms like this exist to start the conversation and wake women up. I'm not here to bash women. I'm not saying all women. I'm generalizing, but we do see a pattern of men being older and virgins and women being more promiscuous. It's being more filmed. Men are desensitized to bedroom fun, and you got men that would be considered as geeks and nerds, just want to play video games. You know, there's women up in the room. What was we watching on World Star? And the dude just want to play video games. Not because he was scared. Not because he was like nerdy and I can't be bothered to deal with the chicks. Like, he just went in it. That's how the cookie crumbles nowadays. But within saying that, let me go to clip number 4, and then we're gonna come back.
You have to pay. You cannot hang out with me for free.
Serious question. Would you let a guy take you to a chain restaurant, like to Olive Garden, Red Lobster, Applebee's on the first date? Because I wouldn't. Like, I will just never reply back to you because what? Why would you take me there?
I'm never going on a date ever again. Listen to what happened to me. So I went on a date with this boy. He's 6'8", right? I don't even care at this point. We go out to dinner, and this lady comes around with roses, like selling roses. And I was like, oh my God, like she's going to come up to our table and he's going to buy me a rose, bitch. She comes up and she was like, do you want to buy a rose for the miss? And he was like, I'm good, thanks. I looked at him and I was like, so you're not going to buy me a rose? And he was like, oh, I don't have cash on me. Sorry, love. The bill comes. And he fucking pays the bill with cash.
Wow.
Now, you'd think that if you didn't hear that, you'd think someone made that up if I told you the story.
Yeah.
Right? And the way she had to highlight, oh, he's 6'8", right? But I don't care. Obviously, you do care because you mentioned he was 6'8".
Yeah.
Now,
ladies, this is what I'm talking about. Nah, for real, right?
Oh,
what's wrong with some of you? I'm being so serious. What is wrong with some of you? What is wrong with you? What is actually wrong with you? Not all, obviously, but...
Those videos spoke for itself.
Yes. Are we being serious here?
I could just play these videos.
And that's it.
And I could say, bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.
Yes. And that's the end of our podcast today.
Exactly. You're getting the gist of where we're going with this,
My
right?
goodness.
These are just a few examples. Let's use the words
And
of the woman in the first clip. This is Exhibit A, right? Well, we're on Exhibit B because this is
the second
compilation part 2.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, listen to what she said. So the dude paid for her date, took her out. Women complain when the guy goes, I want to go Dutch, or he doesn't pay, or you set the date up. So he's done everything he's supposed to do. She complained about a freaking rose.
Entitled and spoilt brat.
Then she goes, he's 6'8", but I don't care though. What do you want? And she's a brat, yeah.
Spoilt brat, entitled.
This is what men have to deal with.
First of all, her voice was just mad annoying. I have to just say that. I couldn't. It was hard to listen to. It was hard to listen to. Not saying my voice is the greatest, but I couldn't deal with that. If I was a guy, that's just a no just on that alone.
Yeah.
But anyway, other than that, she's complaining that she didn't get a rose. But she says he paid for the date in cash.
So he done the right things.
He paid for the date.
No, he paid for the date.
You're complaining about a rose.
He paid for the date, I'm assuming, on the card. The woman with the rose, you know, you go up and then the people trying to capitalize that, make some pee, right? Do you want a rose? Do you want a rose? And he said, I never had no cash. Okay, fair enough. What's with the whole spoiled brat thing?
She was saying, her complaint was, you said you didn't have cash to buy me a rose, but you paid for the dinner in cash.
But he was 6'8".
Just next.
And the thing to me, one of my notes is this, right? Women are like, when you give them too much options, and this is clearly what the case was. Yes, we know that she's a spoiled little brat, but you give them so much options. Like Jasmine, they are talking about, they want, if you give them the options of going to a candy store, they want a free tear cake, and they want a drink to wash it down. Now, the society that men have provided for women, we've done a very great job of it. And this has made women feel so entitled, and this whole inflated ego business that they will say BS like what you're hearing in these clips that we're playing. And for me, I can understand why men are walking away. Why deal with that? These women are going to be cat ladies. Why feel sorry for them or have any remorse?
Exactly.
They're setting their own futures in concrete. That's on them.
Yeah. No one else is doing it. They're doing it themselves. Yeah. Can we talk about the woman that said, you have to pay. You cannot hang out with me for free. This is the very first one.
Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
When a man uses you for just your body, women like to complain.
Yeah.
But then you advertise your body and say, what? Okay, the man asks you, what do you bring to the table? Oh, all of this.
And?
All of this. Then, when a man uses you, or he not uses you like that, but when he takes up
what you're given,
exactly, you're gonna complain about it. Oh, you was just using me for my body. Well, that's all you offered.
But she said, if a man doesn't pay, then she don't play. So no Omani, no Punani.
Yeah, but also, when you get called a gold digger, you complain as well.
I know. Oh, how dare you say these things?
You just said, if you don't pay, you can't get this. Which one is it?
But I'm not a gold digger though. I am wifey material though.
Okay.
You can settle down with me though.
Okay.
Guys. Where's my note for the men then? My thing is this, right? So many men seek a woman's validation, but they're wrong. And where is it? In so many ways. For example, men that are agreeable with women, those women don't want. Men want agreeable women. So when you're seeking a woman's validation, like you heard one woman in the clip say, a guy can't take her to a chain restaurant. But then if a guy takes her to a coffee shop, she complains. He pays for the date, he does whatever, right? And because they're plethora of options of men, they feel like they can talk like that. Because so many men are seeking validation, telling them how hot they are, how fly they are. And this gives them the inflated ego. Like, you what's the point in trying to gash up on gas these women, you may as well side with the other men because you're not getting that from them anyway. You protect your meat. All you're doing is wasting time with women like this. This is, if men was to not accept this bad behavior, women would have no choice but to correct themselves.
Yep.
But then because so many men are seeking women's validation, some men, yes, are blue pill and naive. I get it. But some dudes, they understand it, but they say, oh, this is the way in. So they lead with money. They think, I'm going to out nice the other guy. I'm going to out simp the other guy. I'm going to do whatever it takes to just ensure the fact that I get this woman. Wrong. Because you can't please them. I swear women said they want a man over 6'5". This girl got a man 6'8". That paid for a meal. That was clearly interested in her. And she was pissed. She was upset the fact that he didn't buy her a rose. You can't win.
Exactly. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Just like you said, women, a lot of women, not all, they want a man that's 6 foot plus for some reason, don't know. But the man was 6'8". That's extremely tall, by the way. But so you get everything you want.
Yeah.
And then you're complaining about it. I'm pretty sure there was someone else that said something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Where the guy is 6 foot, it's actually the next clip we're gonna play.
Yeah.
But you see the girl with the rose, the last one.
Yeah.
It actually reminded me, you'll remember this. And our listeners that already watch our videos, you will know what I'm talking about also, because we've done it in the podcast already.
Yeah, go back through the catalogue.
We will link it as well. But there's a woman who basically a man bought her a bunch of flowers and she left it on the floor.
Yeah.
Entitled once again. Now this woman was moaning about, oh, he didn't buy me a rose. The other lady is complaining about, he bought me flowers, but he didn't buy me a vase.
Yeah. And this is why I say to guys that, listen, you got to walk away from women like this. I don't care how hot they are. I don't care how banging her body is. Is that really worth your dignity?
No.
You know, to validate a woman so much that you put her before your own needs. If men hold their position, hold frame, women won't even be speaking like this, man. No. You know, and it doesn't matter what you do as they're showing you, you're not going to get anywhere with them. And what's the point in being in the friend zone? Because that's where you're going. When you're agreeable as a man, you're going in the friend zone. And some dudes are happy to sniff the vajayjay for 10 years. And then when she goes through her Pookies and Raries or her Brads and Chads, and she's all washed up and, oh, now she wants to cash out. Then, oh, maybe you can get something. Come on, man. Men, we got more dignity than that, man. If women are moving like that, then cool. Let her kick rocks, man.
Yeah, leave them to it, I say.
Hence why I say level up. Because with these kind of women, it doesn't matter if you're low-level men, if you're mid-tier men, if you're high-level men. They treat you all the same. They wouldn't even know what to do with a high-level man anyway. Any form of man. They think all men's the same. We're all equal. And that's how it goes. And some dudes that may be low-level, that says, raw, well, at least you treat me like a high-level dude, or she sees me the same. Listen, ain't none of you getting over JJ. Or you've got to jump through hoops to get the vajayjay. Come on, for this dusty thing that has given her goods, her box, to some random dude in some alley after a nightclub.
There are some good women out there.
Speak for yourself.
But do you know what's funny? You see, when you get women like this, you see the good woman will eventually be highlighted. It will be so easy to see that this woman is not like the rest of them. Because they're actually making it easy. You see, for the so-called pick-me's.
Yeah.
And the women that listen and the women that actually want a man for real.
Yeah.
And to want to settle down and have children. And the rest of it, they will be highlighted.
Yeah.
Because there's so many that's the same.
Yeah, it makes sense. Anyways, man, let's play the last clip of the day, and then we're gonna come back and close out. Without further delay, Here's clip number 5.
Last fall, I just started dating again, went out on a date with this guy who was great. I mean, he was attractive, he was tall, good tattoos, he had a chemistry PhD, he was really into me, good taste in music, whatever, whole 9 yards. Going on a date with him, and I was like, you know what, just not feeling this. Left the date, go back to my apartment, invite some random guy over from Hinge to my apartment for the first time. Really brilliant of me. And he brings over as a housewarming gift a really insane book called Behold a Pale Horse, written by a schizophrenic conspiracy theorist. He brings that over as a housewarming gift. And then the first thing he does when he gets there is he microwaves a mug of beer. And I ask him, why would you do that? And he said, well, one summer I was on a random roof, and I found this beer and I drank it, and it reminds me of that. Okay, sure, I guess. He's sitting there drinking his warm mug of beer, and I'm like, oh, so what do you do to stay in shape? And he's like, I fight. I'm like, oh, cool. What do you, MMA, like boxing, like what's your deal? And he's like, no, I just meet up with random dudes off Craigslist and I fight them. And you know what? I said, I have to have this man. And I slept with him twice. Probably still would.
You see what I mean?
Now, this is what we're talking about. And the same thing I said previous to the clip, right? You got dudes that's high value, got their ish together, doing their thing, quality men. And I'm not saying that your average man is not that, but I'm just saying you got a man that climbed up on a roof, found beer, random drink on the floor, and he went to her house. She says, why are you warming up beer in the microwave? Because it reminds him of better times, man. The time he was up on the roof.
Drinking a beer that he found.
So what I'm showing men is this. When you're jumping through hoops, women, more time, they make rules for betas and they break rules for alphas. So when you're thinking, I got to do all these things, pull out all the stops, all the trimmings to get this woman's attention, blah, blah, blah. This dude came through. She met a dude from Fight Club, the movie. Fight Club. That was a dude that she met. She's thinking, oh, he goes to the gym. No, I just fight random people on was it Craigslist?
Yes.
That would be our equivalent to Gumtree, but
yeah.
So he finds random dudes to fight. Weirdo. And then she goes, I got to have him. Ain't you thinking?
Get out my house.
Wifey who?
A lot of these women are not wifeable. They're really not. Listen. So you find a guy that you're attracted to.
Yeah.
Is ticking majority of the boxes, if not all.
Yeah.
You say, no. Can't have that. Can't have a respectable, decent, normal man.
No.
I got to have this crazy bum.
Misery needs misery.
That doesn't do nothing but meet people.
And then they complain later on. This is the problem. This is why men walk away. One of my notes is this. Even if they got the man that they really wanted, they don't have the skills to maintain him long term anyway. They wouldn't know what to do with him. This woman heard all of that. Didn't see any red flags. She didn't think.
I think she did, you know.
No. Her sensor didn't go off. She just thought, I got to have him. Her own admission, her own words. And then she'll get chewed up and spat out. Then later on, want the simp, the cleanup guy.
Yeah.
Come on, fellas.
The housewarming gift.
Yeah.
Was a book. Was written
from a psychopathic whoever.
This is what I'm trying to say.
And don't get me wrong. It's good he reads. Education is key. But
it is.
Come on now.
But that's like certain things he's doing is red flags. If someone come to me, give me a book like this, like what? Thinking, what's the book about?
Yeah, and these women believe that cooking and cleaning and being domesticated, duties, maintaining the household as a wife is beneath them. They just want a man to treat them like trash. Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
That's the mentality.
Give me the bottom of the pit, the ones at the bottom. I don't want the average or the higher ones, even though our hypergamy tells us different. They want the lowest of the low.
I think feminism and society has done a whole number on women.
It has.
Where they think being a woman, like their domesticated duties, and I'm not saying that's your primary roles, but I'm saying things that we know women do, things that men do. You see, like maintaining your family as a chore.
Yeah. Yep. And you're a slave all of a sudden.
And my last thing is this, man. They'll give a random man their box before giving him £10. Think about that. They won't want to spend on a man. I can't spend on a man. They listen to all these hip hop tunes, all these influencers. Everybody say to them, don't spend no money on no man. But you can give him your box though, your most prized possession, your womb. But don't spend no money on him. And they go, yeah, that sounds just about right. That crazy dude over there, I got to have him.
I know. I've got to have him. And I slept with him twice. And I most probably would again. Are you hearing what she's saying?
Of course you would. Of course you would. Look how she was proper lit up.
Laughing, giggling.
She was like, yes, I struck it rich. I'm lucky. I won the lottery.
I'm not saying all guys are that guy.
Come on, man.
You know, I'm not saying you see like the guy she was describing first. I'm not saying that all of them are, you have that guy, they're just that guy.
not one man's warming up beer and all of that weird stuff.
His definitely not.
Mommy and daddy would be so proud.
You see, that was one of my notes.
Yeah.
Mommy and daddy is not proud of that.
Yeah.
And they'll be ashamed.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, but she had an option to have a better quality man, and you chose lower. And that's
a lot of them do, yeah.
That's what. There you go. I was just about to say that. Yeah. A lot of women do that.
Yeah.
But my problem is, they then complain about the guy. Oh, he ain't ish, and he ain't this, he ain't that. Blah blah blah. Calling their friends, calling other people, like they want to hear your crap because they would have told you from the very beginning.
But other women are gonna tell other women, "You go, girl. You're doing the right things. I like him. He seems like a nice guy."
There are women that do that. Yes, most women do that. And there are some that will tell you, "What are you doing with this man?"
That's very rare. But
they will call that same person and say, "Oh, he did this. He warmed up beer in the microwave and drank it."
You're judging it on your own standards. She doesn't sound like she was complaining. She sounds like she was glorifying and saying, "Yeah, there was no problems in what she was seeing with this dude." You're judging it from your own personal standards. That's not the case here. That's not the case here. When you're saying friends, most women are gonna say, "He seems fine. He seems okay." If you got problems, right, with a dude that you're linking or your man or whatever, right, and you say more time to your friend, this is the problems, yada yada yada, your friend's gonna say, "Well, I don't see a problem," because women try to stay on this code. They secretly hate each other. They want to take your man, and you're their competition. So by them telling you the right thing, that means that you're going to have the heads up on them getting the men that you both want. That's what they do.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
They do that. But anyway, she is a lot of you ladies are like this, and just, you see, when you mess up and guys treat you in a horrible way, and first of all, she didn't think about her safety. The guy's coming over off of, what is it, Hinge?
She met him
off of Hinge.
"I haven't been dating for a while." Yeah, right. She was in the character, well, she ain't never come off. And then she met him in the same day, linked him the same day.
To your house.
Blam.
Exactly. You didn't think about your safety.
then they wonder why they end up in A&E. That's my thoughts.
Or 6 feet under.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. I ain't got nothing more to say on that. What you want to add on that?
I don't have nothing more to say. Just expect part 3.
We're gonna have a part 3, part 4, part 5. It's gonna go on. But subscribe, like, share. I'm S.Banks TV.
And I'm JD Network.
Peace.